doing this training in PV installations and running on sustainable energy. And we are grateful that our trainers and some very, very privileged trainees had an opportunity to have their eyes opened and to acquire a skill in PV energy. As we know very well, the world is moving green these days. The world is advancing in technologies that are more sustainable, and there's no better form of energy than natural sources of energy that pose no risk to anyone. And so we are quite grateful for the partnership that enabled this training to be undertaken, and for the participants as well to come from all corners of the province in order to learn and master the skill in PV installations. They were just showcasing what they were learning, and it is quite impressive, and we know that with these skills they will be enabled to go and make a difference and impact in advocating for green energy out there, as well as to be ambassadors who are not just theoretical ambassadors, but people who practically are involved in the industry of solar powered energy. And we expect our newly trained lecturers and students to really keep on advancing the skills and building upon the skills they've acquired, so that they become masters and future trainers of others in PV installations. So it's been quite a fruitful 2 weeks, and we saw not only what they were learning, but what they actually practically did. Because out there, they will not just ask, what did you learn? They will ask, what can you do? Society today demands doers, not just theorizers. So they learned both the theoretical aspect and the practical aspect, and we are grateful for that.
Hello to everybody. My name is Steven. I'm coming from Bavaria, Germany. There I'm a teacher at a vocational school. And yeah, we have had a 10 days photovoltaic workshop, photovoltaic conference together with teachers and students from Zimbabwe and some I think from Malawi, Zambia and so on. And yeah, it was a really, really great time to work together, to learn from each other. It's just an experience for us ourselves to be here. It's every time I've been to Africa, just a great thing. All the very, very warm and heartful people. And yeah, the last 10 days were a strong time for all of us, for the teachers, for the students. We worked a lot about right dimensioning parts, working proper, getting good electrical connections, just to get competitive. And I think it's the most important point for all of us to be able to do a work on very high quality, so we can be competitive on the market, so we can earn money, we can stand on our feet. And it was really, really great to see how the participants worked really, really hard to reach all these targets. And yeah, I will never forget this wonderful time together. I won't miss this time. And how I said, it's not only learning from one side to the other, it's always learning both ways. So we learned as much as the students and the teachers here from Africa learned the last 10 days. Yeah, and I hope they will have a little benefit from all these things we were talking about the last days. And yeah, I hope they will just remember a very great time, because I just remember 10 days that were so beautiful, so great, so heartful and effective too. Thank you.
Greetings to everyone. My name is Busasanim Simanga, Don Bosco Hwange, a student in electrical installation, maintenance and repair. I would like to share with you the concepts of this solar training. PV system, which means photovoltaic. I can say I now understand the PV system. calculations, installation, and wiring. In practice, we have learned how to maintain the solar modules, thorough cleaning of solars. In the workshop, we've learned the maintenance, the setup of an inverter, the wiring of cables, different types of cables. Out in the field, we've learned about site assessment, measuring the angles, knowing where our modules must first face. This training, it has elevated my position. Now I can just go out there knowing what I'm doing the correct things, facing all those challenges just with answers to different expectations, poor expectations of clients. I can now tell the clients the right thing. Lastly, I want to thank the guys, everyone who has contributed to this training, the German guys, the Malawian guys, the Zambian guys. In conclusion, I want to encourage everyone out there who can just have this opportunity. You need to grab it with all hands, then run with it. Go out there, make the difference, make the change for the community, for the nation. Thank you all.
Hi everyone, my name is Chisomo Shindimba from Don Bosco, Lilongwe, Malawi. I'm here at Hwange, Don Bosco, Technical, Zimbabwe, doing solar training for 2 weeks. The training has been helpful to my life as it has been the first training to attend doing solar system. I have learned about a lot of things about PV module system for the components, the maintenance, and the circuit itself, and the calculation. The training has been helpful into my life because now I have gained the knowledge and the skills. Thank you.
My name is Stafford Tepan, an instructor at Don Bosco Youth Technical Institute in Lilongwe, Malawi. I'm here for a training in the photovoltaic, the training which started last week and we're finishing tomorrow. In this training I've learned a lot of things that will help me to improve in how I'll be delivering my lessons in class. Basically, I've learned how a solar system works, the components that makes up this system. The knowledge and the skill that I've acquired here will help me a lot, not only in class, but also help me in coming up with new installations to my customers. So I say thank you to the organizers for this wonderful training that we had. Thank you.
My name is Monga Enoch. I come from Zambia, in Cabo in particular, Don Bosco Makururu. That's where I'm coming from. We came here, I think now this is 2 weeks that we have been here. So we have learned quite a number of things, a lot of things that we have learned in this particular training. We talked about how we begin to install the modules on the system, what determines the voltage and the like, and all the things that we do. So basically we looked at mainly we looked at what I classify them into about 4 things that we looked at. One, we talked about the appliances that we have, that is the load which these appliances are supposed to have. That's the first point where we start from. And thereafter we look at what type of inverter that we need, that we can, for us to install this particular system. And then from there we talked about also what kind of batteries are we going to look at, and what is the size of the batteries, which we did a number of calculations, and we are able to determine what kind of modules we are supposed to install on a particular system, and how many batteries we're supposed to install on a particular system. Then we went further to look at also the type of cables as well. I think there are quite a number of cables. Many times people just put up cables anyhow, but in this case we learned on what type of cables and what determines the cable, what are the effects if we install any kind of a cable anywhere. I think basically that's the part that we did. Otherwise, the training itself was very beneficial as we went into the actual the installing of the modules and installing everything. We learned a lot of things. The things now practically we're able to see what this is and what this is. I think basically that's what we did. Thank you so much.
My name is Sandra Spanda from Don Bosco College, Hwange. I'm a student in Hwange doing electrical installation, maintenance and repair. I learned a lot about solar system. I learned how to calculate voltage. I learned how to clean modules. And I learned how to know different cables. I learned how to put inverter. Thank you.
My name is Anton Gehr. I'm from Bavaria, which is in the south of Germany. I'm teacher there at the vocational school in Dachau, which is about 20 kilometers away from Munich, Bavaria. And yes, I came here to Zimbabwe because my colleague Stefan told me to come with him and to make some training to the teachers and students here from Malawi, from Zambia and from Zimbabwe. My experiences here were absolutely great, absolutely astonishing, because they were so open-minded, all of them, the fathers, the brothers, the students, the teachers. We really felt very, very well, and they introduced us into the community so well. I have to thank for this. I also have to say thank you to the Zimbabwean sun, which is shining at the moment very bright, and I think we had a great course, and the participants did a great job, and we tried to teach them everything we know. It was a hard time. It was sometimes we had some drawbacks, but in total it was completely successful, and I thank all of the participants for attending this course and for working with us, and I want to say thank you. Yes, my experience was, or our goal, let's say it like this, our goal was to give some sense of accurate working, of some detailed working, of looking after the components, after the connections, after the conductivities of the cables and all this stuff. We did several amounts of calculations due to establish a very profound PV installation. We accomplished in the end with 4 complete installations, which the participants maintained and built, and this worked nicely. We did some mistakes, yes, but that's normal because of a lack of maybe some tools, maybe sometimes a little bit of knowledge, but that's why we are here for. And but in total we did this, and I think it was a great success for all of us. I had some few talks with the participants, and they also told me that the main difference so Stefan and me did to the participants was the accuracy of working, and this touched my heart, because this is why I'm here for. I wish them to be able to do their work as proper as we did now, and don't do the mistakes we did. And but I'm looking forward, and I'm very confident that they will accept many things we told them, and I think all this can grow up to a good thing. I want to see a lot of teachers coming out from them. I want to see a lot of not only employees but chefs of companies doing this. All we've done was focused on to be competitive. That's the main reason, because if you have one installation there and one there, which one is the better one? You have to satisfy the customer, and this has just something to do with proper working and with accuracy and with basic knowledge and also experience. You have to use your brain, your heart and your hands. So this is what Pestalozzi said a few centuries ago, but this is the main thing you have to try to get to the students as a teacher, and this is what I think Don Bosco stands for. Don Bosco has a great structure. We could rely on this structure. This is very, very important, because if we have structures, if we have not too much hierarchies, if we can look into each other's eyes, we can hopefully give more information, more experience to the students, to the teachers, and maybe we could do this at the one or the other step within this program. And I again have to thank all of you and thank the son of Zimbabwe.